Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Star Technology. So here we are today, and I want to say episode 15. Now, you might have noticed by now, there was a misnumbering, misvocalized numbering of prior episodes. To explain, I only noticed this in post, and I'll explain this in a minute. I only noticed in post when I was editing episode 10 that there were two equally sized video files in there. And when I opened up both, I introduced the episodes, both of them, as episode 10. I must have had a derp moment or something, but I guess episode 10 and 11 were in that folder. So up until 14, there might be some note on the video. Anyway, while I was off camera, or sorry, back up. In between episodes, I did a little bit more setup today, and I did something that I'm going to show in here in a minute that has been helping with resource generation. Cobbleworks. Remember how in one episode, maybe it was last episode, I mentioned that I was going to look into that modular router mod? Well, I went ahead and did that, did some learning about it, and I was able to implement a neat little system for cobblestone or Cobbleworks generation. So you can see we have this set up right here. Gravel, sand, dust. Now, the way this works, the way modular routers work, you have a buffer. Sorry, my brain. Yes, you do have a buffer right here, but then you have the modules and you have upgrades. Now, at its core, modular router works by pulling and sending. There are a lot of different other modules. I don't know why I said it that way. Energy, extruder. I don't know what that's supposed to do. Fluid, placer, player, all kinds of cool things here. Dropper. But what I'm dealing with in these routers are the senders and pullers. So effectively, the router here is pulling from this drawer here, right? And they're gonna send the gravel into this hammer. That auto outputs into here, and then you have another router where it pulls in. Does it say the resource in there? I guess it pulls in the sand, and then it's gonna send the sand up into the hammer, and so on and so forth. I did the same over here. I added another side. I don't know if I really need it too much. It may prove to be the case that I will, what with how much I use, gravel, sand, or dust. But if that's the case, then maybe I can change things up, because right now I'm only really utilizing this bottom hammer. What I could do is have the cobble go into here and here, and then sends the gravel into the drawer, and then sand, dust, dust. But that does solve our problem of ore generation, or gravel, sand, dust generation. And that's all being fed by a igneous extruder. Yep. I don't think I changed any much over here. Mostly just got wiring set up so that our extractor is, our filtrator. I guess I took the sand or the gravel out, but the dust can come into here and it gets spat out here. Same thing for our sieve. The sieve is now completely automated, and we're getting diamonds out the wazoo, which is great because it keeps our power alive, our base alive. Now, I did have this filtrator run overnight to send us Certus quartz geodes. And if we come down over here, you'll see we have about 400 Certus quartz, 200 dust. I guess that's the two things. Yeah, so there's that. But we also have like topazes, for example, too. Let me just get right on disabling BattleNet sounds. Okay. Back to business. I think that's the gist of things to cover today. Now, I think last we left off, we were talking about polyethylene. And we're going to get to that as well today. But patterns. Empty patterns would go a long way. Do I have any more quartz? I don't have... Wait, was it quartz glass? Yeah. Okay, that's the modular assembler. That's the pattern table. There we go. Okay, so I think we should have, yep, pattern provider. Now I'm curious, can I get a program card right now? I need a basic card. Oh, that won't work that way. There we go. And you... Yep. I see. We're going to need a circuit. So what we can do is put a circuit in here, turn that, and boop. Programmed circuit card. All right. So what I want to test is this. Let's go up to... Do I have an MV Wiremill? I don't think I did make one yet, but we can get to doing that. Let's put you here. Put you... There we go. Okay. I got confused for a minute. I was like, does that go in there or what? What's the situation? Okay, cool. We have cable ran up to here, so that won't be a big deal. Okay, that might be a problem. Let's see. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna have to like I'm gonna be revisiting a wiring situation anyway, but that's all hooked up now. Let's make sure that's on blocking mode. Oh, what is this? Left click. Oh my god, that is so awesome. Being able to modify patterns within the pattern provider. Me like you that. Okay, how do I... Okay, cool. So that's on blocking mode. Wait. There's two blocking modes? Question mark? What? Okay, I'm confused. Anyway. Let's go ahead and put this on 1 for the moment. Now we need to tweak this so that it will output this direction. Okay. Then we'll come down here. And we're gonna say copper wire. And they have this too in here. Thank God. Having to do that pattern tool by hand. Whew. What a waste. Alright. Time. Let's get that. And then fine copper wire. Yes. Okay. So that looks all good. I think this would work. So I go boop boop, right? And you can see copper wire program circuit. So I don't have a crafting wireless terminal yet, but let's see if I can't. Scusi? Is there something I'm missing? Oh, you know what? There we go. Ah, look, it changed. Awesome. Okay. That was easier than I thought. So that's going to be pretty nice now. I'm just going to have to go and get some more pattern providers. or pattern providers, empty patterns to be able to do this for the other machines, which if I'm going to do any pausing or whatever, I'm going to go and make me a Wiremill of the medium voltage persuasion, and that should be too bad. Okay. And I don't know if I have a lathe. Wow, can I talk? I don't know if I have an MV. Oh, I do. Lathe. Okay, cool. Sifter. Yeah, making more Certus. Okay. And eventually I'll be able to automate these two. Now, fluids. That's another thing. I don't know if I particularly did anything off camera for the fluid situation. There is the oh yeah, okay. I did make some overflow destruction cards, which are gonna go great with the workbench question mark. Did I make? I thought I made one. Or it could be downstairs in the other base. Yep, there you are. But yeah, I still haven't gotten rid of this lower base area yet, but we'll get to that point soon enough. Now, polyethylene. We are going to need to make a farm of carrots or something like that, right? In order to do that, oh wait a minute, hold on. What was the I just had it. Chaff comes from fermenting. So chaff. We get the chaff from fermenting, and we gotta make that too. And then we get extra ethanol, which will be chemical reacted to ethylene. Now I'm looking at this absolute chemical line reduction. Oh god, that's UXV. But I believe there are machines later on that will allow us to effectively compress a lot of chemical production. I don't know if I can find a good example right now, but I think there are recipes that involve a circuit number of 24 that make things a lot more easy. I don't know if you can look up... Hold on. Is there a way? I don't know if you can look up like a numbered circuit, for example. Unless... I'm gonna waste a circuit on this. So if I go 24 and I do U... Ah! It does work. So... See, I don't know... Oh, here we go. Chemical line reduction. Again, that's also ZPM. Hold on. What was the... I know it's in the quest book. Nope, it's not there. There we go. Let's see. Threading, overclocking, perfect overclocking. Ah, here we go. LCR skips. One benefit of gaining access to the LCR is that you now have access to some chemical skips. Every recipe in this multi-block that uses circuit 24 will usually only use the base chemicals, which will allow you to compact long chemical lines down into a single machine. A few examples of this is most acids and liquid epoxy. Okay, so if I look up... Well, I'll look up liquid sulfuric acid real quick. Okay, where... LCR. I don't see 24 in here, so maybe that's not it. Epoxy. Let's try that. Liquid epoxy. LCR 24. Here we go. Acetone, phenol, hydrochloric, epichlorohydrin. I think that's a little better, but I'm not quite sure. Anyway, I'm getting distracted. As for what we're going to be doing. So I'm going to make biomass. And then distiller into ethanol. And then ethylene. With sulfuric acid and ethanol. Ethylene with... There should be a gas collector situ oxygen or... Wait, can you not do oxygen? Oxygen, I mean air rather? Is there no air anymore in this? It might be the case. Ethylene, oh here we go. Ethylene and air. Polyethylene, yeah, so we can still do the gas collector method. So there are going to be a few machines that I'm going to need to go craft. And because we're doing that farm situation, perhaps I put a farm over here of carrots, which gotta make sure I even have carrot seeds. And if not, well, I don't imagine they're very hard to get. Carrot farming, hydroponics. Okay, gotta do some more, gotta do some sieving, gotcha. So get some rooted dirt or whatever. Which, dirt. Yeah. I could probably use the mechanical sieve with this, maybe. I don't know, I might use the normal sieves. But in any case, I'm gonna do a little cut here. I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna need to do. Machines, get them crafted, and we'll come back and work on the polyethylene. Okay, back in a few. Hey everybody, we're back. Okay, so I went a little ham on some machine setup, but I did go ahead and get the machines that we're going to be needing for polyethylene. So we got the brewery, we got the distillery, and we got 5 chemical reactors. So to kind of cover what I did off camera, I took the liberty of automating a lot of these machines that we have set up. A lot of it is, you know, plates, wires, fluids. This is the chemical reactor, right? So we got sulfuric, we got trioxide, dioxide, all this good stuff. Now, these patterns are here, but I'm probably going to be shifting the responsibility of those fluids to passive machinery. Got a macerator, alloys, circuit assembler. Now, I did learn that this modified pattern feature is bugged. You can shift click it and change the pattern, right? But if you leave the terminal, it resets. So we just have to resort to using the in-screen, the terminal when we set the pattern to multiply, or there's a pattern tool that I know of having been used in the last season. Okay, so I did kind of build out the upper ring here. Excuse me. So this is a 37 by 37 that eventually I'll probably have all the EBFs and or LCRs and such. But we'll see where things take us. Okay, one thing that I plan to do is rip out these LV wires and the converters and move these into MV converters of the 16 amps. And then that way I just take it out here and then downgrade as I need to for any LV situation. So these will get replaced Actually, these won't be replaced. These will be swapped, effectively. Like, MV in, LV out type deal. Beyond that, there are the drives here I set up, right? So I got a lot of fluid drives, and they're all named, formatted, and partitioned to overflow or delete overflow. And as a poor man's way of getting infinite water, I also set up, where is it? Oh, I think it's in the middle here. I set up a storage bus on an aqueous accumulator, but I'm probably going to want to have a greater, actually, you know what? I think if I get a dynamo or upgrade kit, I can increase the storage here. Either that or get a drum or get a barrel and like siphon it out with laser IO. Anyway, yeah. So let's see. Let's figure things out here. So I have the farm over here, right? And it's responsible for carrots. So the brewery, we're gonna need water, which we have water already. But we will have to get a pump or a regulator. Either way, I think regulator probably for now until we get like the infinite water cell, which isn't until is there anything that's limiting us from doing that now? I don't think there is. I think we could definitely make this off camera. Wait, 16K? Sky steel? I mean, if this takes a good circuit, then yeah, there's no reason why we can't make this right now. Okay, well, that's a thing. I'll try to get that made at some point, either on camera or off. But, right, so what I'll probably need is get a storage bus right here. Oh, I didn't grab the MV machines. Alright, so take these out. And come back over here. Alright, so I'm thinking, let's see. If I have a 3x3, a 3x3 shape would be like the area of normally my towers of machines. So 1, 2, 3 space, 1, 2, 3 space. So let's do like right here, I guess. Oh yeah, I need more signatum. There you go. Before I do anything else, let me get rid of the rain. Much better. Okay, so let me see if I nailed the measurements here. So machine blank machine. Wait, shoot. Machine blank machine. Yeah, I think that. Wait. I think I need to be right here. Okay. I think that's all right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So we'll do brewery, the distillery, and like that. Now, the fun part of clicking. And turn this way. Oh, shoot. That needs to be snipped. There we go. Alright, they should all be connected, getting power. Good, good, good. Okay, so, you know what? Let's see about patterning the water cell, or at least the components to make it. Double diamond skystone alloy plate. That's gonna need that. Now, do I have enough space in the bender? I don't, so let's take one out for the moment. I'll put you away. 16K. I want to say... Okay, don't have the 4K yet. ME assembler. Okay, that should be alright. Boop. And boop. Okay, so we need the bucket of water. Over here. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, shoot. Okay, so we're gonna need more soldering alloy and silicone. Chips and ingots. Now, while I... Okay, that's doable too. So I can definitely get both of the cells. Now, I know I pray anyway. They put some silicon into our EBF, which you should be... Here we go. Alright. So, let's go put those back into our system. Now, I know for the chips, at least, I don't think I have patterned that. So, let's just take a few. Pump it in there. Oh, my phone's going off. 1 second. Just my alarm. Excuse me. So I think that should be good. So we just need the soldering alloy and a chip. Which, the soldering alloy, I can help. Mixer on 3. But we don't need to worry about the 3 anymore. Not in this pack. Mixer. There you are. Although that being said, do I have the program circuit in there? I do. Cool. Alright. So we're Gucci. Now... just waiting on... I think that... Wait, that might be it, actually. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so that's cooking up. Okay, so... filters. Do I have those patterned? I do. I'm gonna need water filters. I'm also gonna need some more interfaces. Now, I don't have the skystone or the chips or the Fluix dust capacity, but those Fluix dusts are just not patterned yet. Gold skystone. Oh yeah, the bender. I'm gonna need to make another bender, that's for sure. I don't believe we have the means to make the extended pattern provider. So let's see, can I get this auto-craftable? Okay, so we're gonna need more aluminium, gallium arsenide, and aluminum gear. Arsenic? Oh, it has to be mixed, doesn't it? Of course I do. Okay, let's get that adjusted. And then the small pile. Mixer. There we go. Okay, so gold, skystone. Oh yeah, the bender. That's what I needed, the bender. Okay, so art. I see aluminium and the gear. Well, I guess aluminium on two fronts, right? So this will take some time to smelt up in the blast furnace here, so I might just go ahead and do another pause. But before I do that, so how's that? Oh, it's okay. It's milling right now, and because we're still on the LV, that will take some time. I should get the MV wire mill. I think I told myself I was going to do that off camera, but I guess I forgot about it. Yeah, what I could do is get rid of the bender and the wire mill here, make the MV wire mill, take these, put them over here, and have an MV section over there. Or yeah, I really kind of did myself dirty in terms of space. But I kind of like this more scattered approach. If I need to, I can put machines on other platforms. But ideally, I don't even know about that, because I'm going to say each platform should be its own tier. But I'm going to be having a lot of single block machines. So I don't know. I'll figure it out. Okay. So I will take my pause here. I'm gonna get that bender, the wire mill, and anything else that we covered. We'll come back and we'll get the polyethylene going. I'm gonna want interfaces, pumps, or ideally regulators, and then the filters. Now the regulator is just gonna be some circuits and a pump. But I'm also going to have to get the pump automated as well. Cutter. Okay, I do have a cutter, so I can use that. Yeah, okay, so I'll try to get that patterned up as well. I'm going to need more patterns. That's for dang sure. Okay, I can get more. Okay, anyway. Jump cut. Hey, everybody. We're back. But I forgot to get the audio. Give me a second. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay. So while I was away, I did some tweaks to our power system here. You'll notice that the transformers are gone. And I only have straight signalum with two 16 amp converters. Now, this is all super temporary. My plan, again, is to move the dynamos into each of the quadrants and just have the system feeding steam into our Ae2. And I gotta sneeze. Hold up. Okay, should be good. Yeah, so just temporary for now. Okay. So with that, I have another bender, a second wire mill, and the cannon machine here, right? And moved over those LV machines, and eventually I will retire. I mean, not eventually, I don't want to say that, but in the next episode or two, depending on when I get comfortable into MV, I will be replacing all of these machines to MV. Now, the circuit assembler is going to probably come as we're getting into HV, I think. It's usually how it goes, but we'll see. All right, with that being said, over here... Oh, I also made the infinite water cell too off camera. like I said I was going to do. Okay, so we need to get Fluix cable over here. And I don't know if I have enough. Let me see. Oh, oh, wait, I have 32 here, but I don't know if that will be a healthy amount. Let's see, if I... Shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna need more for sure. Okay, let me see about getting some more of that. Do I have any Fluix? I do. Quartz. Let's get you in there. I gotta remind myself, because I gotta retrain myself away from Motor Factory. They both go in the Wiremill. Gotcha. Let's turn that off for a minute. So let's see. Okay, that's a 1:4 ratio, so I don't need too much right now. Oh, no, those going together. Okay, here we go. Just a little bit more. Okay. Back over to our system here. There we go. Okay. So there should be... Let's see. Like that. There we go. Okay, now we're gonna need to get everything going. So, with the brewery, you are going to be importing water. In you go. And interface. Water. Wait, is that interesting? Oh, hold up. Oh, Shiza. There, oh, there we go. Okay. So there's that. Now, we're gonna need the carrots. All right, so we're gonna do item filter. Carrot. Boop. Let's see. There we go. And there we are. Now, honestly, I could just send the biomass up into the distillery. So let's do that. There's that. Now for the biomass, that needs to be on number 1 circuit. Now this is, of course, is going to take a little bit of time, and it's for that reason that I might just add another couple breweries over here, either off cam or later. Though that being said, this, after I record this episode, I'm probably going to be logging out, and so the game will have time to run through a couple dozen cycles, give or take, you know, a lot. Okay, so with the biomass in the distillery, we're going to get the the pulp and the ethanol. Now I should have everything partitioned in drives, and then it should be good to just deposit. Okay. So once we get the ethanol, we gotta take that and mix it with sulfuric acid. But we still need to get the sulfuric acid tackled, right? So we are doing the sulfur trioxide and water method. But in order to get the trioxide, we're going to need dioxide and oxygen. Dioxide and oxygen. And then the dioxide is just going to be oxygen with sulfur on a program of 2. So let's get that. And boop. Import, keep exact, 2. No other items will be going in there, so I don't need to specify what we're talking about. Sulfuric, a sulfur dust. Awesome. Okay, so dioxide, oxygen, oxygen over here. And that's going to be how much oxygen? 2 buckets? Okay. So import, keep exact. Oxygen. There we go. All right, so there's our dioxide. Now, we should have the storage for this. Right, and the reason why I'm putting a filter here is so that we can simply output the dioxide and it goes back into our system. There are times where if you don't filter, it will send the output back into the input. So it's kind of vital. Okay, so next, import dioxide. So we are going to need 1 part dioxide, 1 part oxygen. There we go. And that will start spitting out to make sure I got everything. Yep. So now we have the trioxide. I will go ahead and spit that back out. All right. Now that the trioxide, we're going to need the water and then trioxide. Then we get the sulfuric acid. Sorry, I heard something. I was like, what the hell was that? But it was probably just a sound. Oh, it's the music. It was so immersive that I thought someone was outside my apartment. Okay, anyways, trioxide, water, keep exact, boop, boop, boop. And there we go. Trioxide, water. Awesome. So I think this episode is getting a little long. So I'm going to try and rush the rest of this so that we can have polyethylene. Okay, so now with the sulfur... Son of a bitch. There we go. Alright, now with the sulfuric acid and the ethanol. Over here, import ethylene. Alright, I'm not getting it ahead of myself, right? Ethylene glycol, ethylene. Oh my god, why there's so many chemicals? Alright, so sulfuric acid and the ethanol. Boop, boop. Boop, and boop. Keep exact, do. Wait, am I not making the ethanol, or did I get the wrong ethanol? Yeah, it's the wrong ethanol. No, wait. Yeah, no, yeah. Ethanol. Boop. Okay, so did we not make any ethanol yet? No, okay, so it's still working on this. It is a bit slow. But once we get that... Oops. Oops. That will come up into this reactor. Oops, keep it... yeah. So there's the sulfuric. We don't have the ethanol yet. That's okay. We'll go ahead and output. And then up here, import, keep exact, boop. Ethylene and air. Am I gonna be able to find that easily? Yep, okay, cool. Keep exact, keep exact. Boop. There's that. Oh, didn't I already bookmark the ethylene? I did. Oops. There we go. Okay. So there's air in there. And the polyethylene will be made with a circuit of 1. Okay. So let me do this. Let me... Okay, why are you stopped? Oh, because... Excuse me. Can I get a quick... Just gonna get a quick... Bus... So actually, you know what? Let me Let me pause here, and I'll come back when we have the polyethylene, and we'll end off the episode there. All right, back in a few. Hey everybody, we're back. All right, so I got the liquid polyethylene, and the quest book does not realize we got it, or it does, but it needs the ethylene. Gosh dang it. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to take care of that off camera. In the meanwhile, I'm going to get this for the video thumbnail. Let's see. I could grab from here. So I'm going to turn that off for the time being and let that gather. Then I'll be taking care of that off camera. But for now, I think we've done quite a bit today. So next episode, look at that. The early game is quote unquote done. It's green. I'm not sure what. I guess we did out the main quest, but yeah, so we got the polyethylene, which means we can probably get into super tanks soon, and then transistors, HV circuits, and then I want to say the multi-smelter would be within our grasp. Let's see. Smelter. Be easier to look it up that way, wouldn't it? Yes, so we do need HV for that. So, next episode, we're definitely going for the multi-smelter. And that is going to be so nice to be able to smelt up things and not need that confounded steam machine anymore, the oven. Alright. With that being said, I hope you did enjoy today's episode. If you feel I've earned it, please leave a like or a comment down below. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. And I will see you all in the next one. Ta-ta for now.